things are going to start moving from now on. I don't have much of a plan since I decided I was going to do this approximately 10 minutes ago, and then I got changed. I have a stack of my current influences, which I'm going to go over, and I have a notebook too, so maybe I'll make some notes. My thoughts recently evolve around crazy life events that have been happening. Crazy things that don't happen to people my age usually. Self-inflicted, of course. And I have a lack of social life at the moment, so I kind of just socialize with myself. So that was like quite a strong indicator that maybe I should actually start recording myself and all my thoughts and all those things. And if anyone watches this, like, it's not for you, but it can be if you want. I'm not a private person and I don't have very much storage on my iPhone, so I'll just put it on YouTube, because I swear like YouTube was kind of invented as like a home videos platform. So yeah, you can see my feet, you know, I don't care. I've got these cool pants on, which have been borrowed from someone in my life at the moment. And I got this spinny chair, and stuff keeps falling, and I don't give a fuck, because it's not my house. I'm dog sitting right now, and the dog is a fucking cunt, and the cat is a stupid little shit, and I've locked them both outside, and I'm in the attic. So yeah, fuck them. And I'm gonna use this beautiful space to record my first video, because it's my favorite room and it's better than my actual bedroom, and it has loads of books in it, loads of cool stuff that I can steal. Just kidding. See, for example, you got this selection of John Dewey books, like, who would have thunk? Ooh, Peter Pan, Jane Eyre, some nice books in here, really. Undyne, that's pretty Undertale. So we're gonna start with influence number 1. Money. Money, money. This is the first clue of my life that you're gonna get. USD. $2. Still getting used to this currency. This current currency. I'm a traveler. I'm not going to stay in one place too long, so, you know, that's influence number 1. Influence number 2. Well, I'm not going to go through numbers because I'm a fucking artist, and math is a thing of my past. We've got this book, this notebook, which is full of my artist ideas, and I'm going to check to see if it's recording, because I can't see my screen. And it is. Brilliant. That's brill. I don't believe in chairs. I'm just sitting on a chair because you can see, because I couldn't get my phone any lower. So I have a few main artist influences in my life, and I mean, I have one main influence, and he's my mentor, and I'm his mentor. He's about a year younger than me, and he lives in a different country. He's my artist soulmate, and I have a lot of ideas for portraits for him. These are all ideas for him. A lot of them are dreams that I've experienced. This is an initial sketch of a dream that I had the other day, where I built this forest in Minecraft and the red barn, and then I moved to face the red barn in my Minecraft world, and then my perspective changed, where I went out of my own eyes and I faced myself. This is my face in the center, and then I painted that. I painted over the Minecraft world. And my artist mentor is here on my left, and my little sister is on my right. I still haven't made the painting yet. I've done more studies for it, but it's definitely something I want to pursue because it felt very, very interesting and integral to my experience of my new life. I just started a project on the concepts surrounding creation and destruction. The catalyst for me coming up with this theme was I was reading in my new favorite inspiration and my first official art investment, which is a book called something blah blah blah, archetypal symbols in art. And I was reading about the section of hands, and something really stood out to me, which was that everyone's hands are the vices. They're the vectors for all the things they do in their lives, and they do everything that you do, and they're the things that you use. They're the tools you use to do the things you do. They create things. My hands make a lot of oil pastel drawings. They paint, they eat, they masturbate, they cook, they do all the stupid, disgusting stuff I do at my job. And they also destroy. They rip up paper. They punch walls. They cut my hair off. They kick dogs in the head. Just kidding. I've resisted the temptation. But I like the idea because in my life at the moment, as I keep saying, the most crazy stuff is all related to my recent life changes. And I am a young adult searching to find myself, looking for America, looking for my version of America. Forgot the name. Looking for America is a Lana Del Rey song. I used to be a #1 fan. Anyway, I'm looking to create my own life with these very hands, with my mind, with everything I do, and I think hands are a perfect place to start in my creative process during this project. And it's also my first official personal project that I've done, and it has nothing to do with school because I finished school. I did art school and it never felt like I was making art. I did enjoy graphic design. That is something that I rediscovered my passion for yesterday when I logged back into Photoshop and got access to all my old files, and then I posted them on Pinterest. So also my only friend in this part of the world, who I met on Hinge, which goes against all of my values, but you know, I met him and he's amazing and he has creative ideas that align with mine, and we have projects we want to work on, which the #1 one is we're going to create a stop motion video or movie film. He's in the film and photography industry, which is really interesting because I value them both very highly, but I don't have much personal experience with them. But stop motion is where we both intersect. Also, I bought on eBay the other day one of those fat iPhone chargers, which I'm so excited to use because I have my old iPod Touch, which I don't have a charger for, and it holds all of the data, which holds all of my old stop motion movies I made as a child, because me and my little sister used to create movies when we were younger on Stop Motion, the app, which still exists actually, and I used it at school last year. Anyway, that's my ideas book. This is the main book I'm reading right now. It is an autobiography of Marina Abramovic. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's from Yugoslavia, which is a country I didn't know existed. She's a performance artist, which is not part of my repertoire either. But just like photography and film, I really can resonate with the medium, and oh my god, this is so inspiring. My mentor, he told me about this book and I bought it. I don't usually buy myself stuff, but I guess I buy myself books now because I guess that's probably the main investment probably the most money I've spent recently has been on books, and maybe clothes as well, but I don't spend that much on clothes because I only get it secondhand. She's so inspiring as an artist because she goes to the absolute limit of her physicality and mentality to carry out her performance pieces, which involve a lot of pain and suffering and also mental strength. And I think she's especially inspiring because she's gone against all odds and all of the people in her life that controlled her. I actually don't know if she's still alive. I think she is. I think I would know if she was dead because she's amazing. I'm about halfway through. It's a really dense book, and it's incredible. And her art is insane, and I don't know if it's like something of course I value it very highly because of the concepts and all the thought and care and emotion that went into it, but I don't know if it's my medium, but it doesn't have to be my medium. You can appreciate mediums that aren't your own, and also it's been changing the way that I think, as books often do with me. I've been thinking about all the ways that I can actually make my own life into performance art in a personal way without telling anyone, really. I mean, I'm always up for telling people things about myself, but I've been thinking about like just little things that I can do that would just like irk the minds of people. I can't believe I just used that fucking word. That would like disrupt people that don't understand, like for example, like become a waitress at a basic American restaurant and become the perfect waitress with no faults, and just like become no one, just become a nobody when I'm at work, just clock out my mind. I've been thinking about doing that because of course it's a way of making money, but it's also just interesting because I know that the way that I think and the way that I act doesn't really align with the way society wants me to act, and I really don't want to act the way that society wants me to work. So it triggers some type of humor in my mind if I did something like that. But even smaller things too, like I can't even think of an example right now, but just like I want to do things. I want to do things that change the way that I think in an artistic level, and then I can use the way that I think while I use my actual medium. Yeah, you get what I mean. I made this yesterday. I was thinking intensely about, wait, let me check that this thing's on. Yes. Hell yeah. I was thinking about this stop motion project that I'm about to work on with my new friend. And I got reminded of so many things I used to do, including flip books. So I made a mini flip book. I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. It goes like this. It's probably not going to work because I also don't know where the camera is. Eek. How do I do this? This is going to be terrible. If this doesn't work, maybe I'll do another video of it separately. But it's basically, it's boring. It's fucking boring. It's just a black line drawing of a girl turning, facing at you and smiling. But it was just like a 15-minute project I made while I was on the phone the other day. And I'm so impatient. I didn't want to spend more than 15 minutes on it, and I expected it to have like a fucking feature-length flip book after making that, but you know, it's a fun experiment. Now this book is a random girl called Sylvia Jenkins' grade 3 math composition book, and I got it from this very room, which doesn't belong to me. It belongs to a stranger family. My distant relative's friend from rowing club lives in this house, and I've become employed free of charge to look after their fucking pets. And I call them pets because they actually act like someone's pet. I'm not accustomed to looking after other animals that I don't like or that I don't know. But this has become my project book for my creation and destruction. I've been doing like little simple drawings. This is an example of a type of drawing that a technique, an aesthetic that I've been working on, which involves like small circular wrist movements while drawing. And I really think I'm going to unlock something here, both personal and artistic, and also aesthetically. And I might even be able to market myself to sell my art in that way. Here's another little one, or another little two. There's some like little hand studies that I've been doing on paper, which I stole from this very high quality notebook, which I actually decided to rip out my pages and hand it back because I can't be stealing from this house. There's another little drawing. They're all just like little studies. I love the physicality of sketchbooks. It's my favorite thing. I've been working on creative writing as well recently. And so, from now, I continue to craft my first official personal running project, creation and destruction by these human hands. I say I'm capable in spite of Kiana. I'm fucked for the time, but my art to be flourishing. In search of a new job. For many, it seems to be becoming, for money, it seems to be becoming a new habit of mine, perhaps a skill. Maybe it's more important to know how to pick yourself up rather than to keep the same ball moving. Rolling, sorry. I use the word rolling specifically because it's been appearing in my mind recently. I've been thinking about, since I'm not in school anymore, I kind of miss writing essays because they really help put my mind together, and I used to smoke a lot of weed and it like really destroyed my brain, and I've been trying to pick myself back up, because I used to be very academic and like well put together in my mind and organized, and now I've completely flipped. I'm unorganized, I'm not as punctual as I used to be, I'm not as strict, I can't even think properly, Well, it used to be a lot worse. I'm getting a lot better, but I've just been doing a lot of writing, like just little snippets of my mind, and it's really, really helpful. Here's some more studies and stuff that I've been doing, of hands mostly. I've been like sticking things in here. I'm making it into like a scrapbook the way I used to do my school sketchbooks, because they're really visceral and textured, and they get you really far. And this is a list I made earlier, which has to do with people, places, business, projects, blah blah blah. You know what, even recording myself talking has put me in such a better mood. This is insane. So yeah, that's just like, I've just scattered I feel like I just took a bag of Scrabble letters and tossed it on the floor into this room. This room is the place that you are right now. Anyone watching this, including myself, it would probably just be myself. Now, like, all the cards, all the letters are out on the floor, and we can see what I'm thinking. We can visualize it. I'm gonna probably make some lists. I'm gonna do some more Photoshop later. I'm probably gonna listen to some fucking good music. Hopefully I can call someone, but most of the people I know, excluding maybe 2 or 3, live 5 or 6 hours away, and it's evening, so I probably won't be able to get hold of anyone. But I can be alone. I can do it. And also, I went on a quick trip to New York last week, and I got this pencil. This is the only thing I bought. I bought 2 pencils, but a very, very kind and genuine man. He was probably like in his 40s. He came up to me and he was like, "This is amazing." He was like, "This is the best pencil you will ever use." And he was like, "Sweetheart, trust me. This is exactly what you will need, and you will never go back." Faber-Castell 6B. He actually got an 8B, but I got a 6B because I was feeling the number 6. As long as it's not below like 4B. But I was like to him, I was like, yeah, the softer, the better. The higher B, you got it. You fucking got it. And I lost my Gerber knife, which means I can't sharpen it right now. And if I've lost it for real, I'm going to be so sad because it's the best knife I have. Thank you. Woo! This is the stupid dog that I have to look after. I've been denied to let her off the leash in public, but here she is, off the leash in public. And she won't go further than that from me. So I decided to make some drawings of her. I made this one, kind of Beatrix Potter style. And then I did this one, kind of just like a little outline. And she licked it. This is my water-soluble sketch and wash pencil, which I got from Blick, the art store in New York, which was like incredible. And she licked it. So you can't really see it very well, but it's kind of like dissolved some of the pencil here. Yesterday I did this before I went to bed, and it says, "I hate dogs," and it's the first time I've ever said that in my life. So yeah, I thought it was kind of relevant. Look, she's exercising free will.